Imagine this. You've spent decades building your dream, and then, in a single year, you lose almost everything. Most people would break down, quit, or disappear into silence. But Ray Dalio did something different. Out of his most humiliating failure, he built a set of rules, principles, that guided him to create one of the most successful hedge funds in the world, Bridgewater Associates. This isn't just a story about money. It's about decisions, mistakes, and the frameworks we all need to make sense of life when things fall apart. Today, we're diving deep into Dalio's principles, life and work. Not as a dry list, but as a living playbook you can apply right now. Part 1. The story behind principles. Dalio started like many of us, ambitious, curious, and full of conviction. He bet big on a financial crash in the early 1980s, and he was wrong. Dead wrong. He lost nearly everything, even had to borrow money from his dad just to pay bills. That moment of collapse forced a question. How do I stop making decisions based on ego, emotion, or blind spots? His answer wasn't luck or waiting for better times. It was principles, timeless rules for navigating uncertainty. Here's where it gets interesting. He didn't just keep these rules for himself. He tested them with others, refined them, and lived by them. Imagine if you had a set of principles so strong, you could rely on them like a compass when life throws chaos your way. Part 2. Embrace reality and deal with it. Dalio's first principle is brutal, yet liberating. Embrace reality and deal with it. Most people distort reality to protect their ego. We deny problems, sugarcoat failures, and avoid hard truths. Dalio flips this. The closer you are to reality, even the painful parts, the more power you have to change it. Think about it. Have you ever avoided opening your bank statement because you knew it had hurt? Or ignored feedback because it felt personal? That's running from reality. Dalio would say, pain plus reflection equals progress. Pain signals reality. Reflection turns it into learning. Without both, you stay stuck. Try this mini experiment. Next time you feel defensive or uncomfortable, instead of pushing it away, write down what triggered it. Ask, what truth is this pain trying to show me? You'll be surprised how fast growth accelerates. Part 3. Radical truth and radical transparency. At Bridgewater, Dalio built a culture unlike any other. Everyone, from interns to senior partners, was encouraged to speak the truth, even if it was uncomfortable. Imagine a meeting where a junior analyst openly tells the CEO, "I think your decision is flawed." And instead of punishment, the CEO thanks them. That's radical transparency. Why? Because truth, even when awkward, prevents bad decisions. It exposes blind spots. It forces accountability. Now, this doesn't mean being rude. It means building a habit where truth isn't filtered by fear. In your own life, this could be as simple as asking a trusted friend, "What do you see that I don't?" If you dare, drop one honest reflection about yourself in the comments. Something small but real. You'll see how liberating it feels to put truth out there. Part 4. Understand that people are wired differently. Dalio noticed something crucial. People don't see the world the same way. Some are big-picture dreamers, others detail-obsessed. Some love risk, others hate it. Conflict often comes not from right versus wrong, but different versus different. He suggests mapping out strengths and weaknesses objectively. At Bridgewater, they literally tracked personality data for every employee. Why? To assign the right people to the right tasks. Think about your own life. Are you expecting someone wired for stability to suddenly thrive in chaos? Or asking yourself to be someone you're not? Understanding differences doesn't excuse poor performance, but it helps align people with where they shine. Here's a quick experiment. Write down 3 things you naturally do well and 3 things you constantly struggle with. Then, instead of fighting the struggle, ask, who can complement me here? Part 5. The 5-step process to get what you want in life. Dalio distills success into 5 simple but powerful steps. Have clear goals. Vague wishes don't move mountains. Identify problems. Don't hide from them. Diagnose the problems. Find the root cause, not just symptoms. Design a plan. Create step-by-step solutions. Do what's necessary. Discipline to follow through. Sounds simple, right? But here's the trap. Most people skip steps. They dream big, but avoid diagnosing their problems. Or they design plans but lack the discipline to execute. Dalio's reminder is this: each step requires brutal honesty. For example, if your goal is financial freedom and the problem is overspending, the diagnosis might reveal, I buy to impress others. That truth hurts, but without it, no plan will stick. Try applying these steps to one goal you care about. Comment below. Which step do you usually get stuck on? Part 6. Believability, weighted decision-making. This might be Dalio's most fascinating idea. Not all opinions are equal. In most groups, decisions are made by hierarchy. The boss decides, or democracy. Majority wins. Dalio proposes something else. Weigh decisions based on believability. Believability means, has this person done it successfully before? Do they have a strong track record of good judgment in this area? If yes, their opinion should carry more weight. Simple, right? Yet most of us give equal value to everyone's advice, from random internet strangers to proven experts. Here's a filter you can use in your own life. Next time you get advice, ask yourself, is this person believable in this area? If not, thank them politely and move on. Part 7. Life Principles versus Work Principles. Dalio makes a distinction. Life principles guide who you are. Work principles guide how you operate with others. Life principles are universal: honesty, learning, courage. Work principles are contextual: meetings, hiring, firing, collaboration. The trick is to align them. If your work principles contradict your life principles, burnout and conflict are inevitable. Ask yourself, are my daily actions aligned with my core values, or am I betraying them for short-term comfort? Part 8. The Meta Principle. Evolve or die. For Dalio, evolution is the ultimate principle. Life, work, relationships, they all demand growth. Pain isn't punishment, it's feedback. Failure isn't the end, it's data. He believes those who embrace constant evolution thrive. Those who resist eventually collapse. Think of it this way. Every time life knocks you down, you're handed 2 choices: stay down or evolve. Which path are you taking more often? Conclusion: building your own principles. Dalio doesn't want you to copy his principles blindly. His goal is to inspire you to define your own, to write down the rules that guide your decisions, test them, refine them, and live by them. Imagine if you had your own operating manual, a set of principles tested through trial and error. Wouldn't decision-making become simpler? Wouldn't uncertainty feel less paralyzing? So here's my challenge for you. After watching this, grab a notebook and write down 3 principles you already live by. Maybe it's always tell the truth, or never spend more than you earn, or listen twice as much as you speak. Write them, test them, live them. That's how you build your compass. What principle could change your life if you applied it today? Drop it in the comments. You'll be surprised how much clarity comes from writing it down. And if you found value here, stick around. This channel is about unlocking the wisdom of the world's best books and applying it to your own journey.